Chuffed to be with you again on episode 3 of the Crux podcast. My name is Ree The Wordsmith, author, poet, songwriter, purveyor of all things awesome, and podcaster. It seems as if we need to implement some disciplinary measures. Shamia no munyu ine wayaga jam. Babiri. Badia. Ukuzviziva zveimura kuti shamwiro yemufesa utambo webati vanhu vakamusaraunda, they are criminal surrounding our dance. Warriors akarwana vanhu vendumbolo saka musasaiza dance zvenu. Murume uyu ari kutotamba ari kuzviexpressa muchechi and you are making him look weird by not dancing. In a time that people are supposed to be joyful, other people are so concerned with their composure that if someone expresses themselves, they end up looking like the fool. But who's really the fool during a joyful time when everyone's supposed to be dancing? But very soon, jange makupanga flower. Chadzokera nguva yemazembera bhodho yeya. Because headline randiri kuona panapa. Anzi mabhisho akuchina. Chahondo rera waidadira kubhodhingi akuchina chahondo. Ramba waraira rawaimbodhauta kuti umboya rakatsva rere akuchina. Protoni change yechingwa chete. Pumpa. Ndora mucharowa zvenyu. Kusvika kuchimoto. Flower izosvika pakuchipera. Saka ngatifarei nokuti sikuchema. Because akufara hapana zvakubhadhira kusiri kuchimoto. Tiri pamakuki apa. Kune vanozoda kakuki. Kwete kuki asi kuki. Zvazobvona apa manje rawo pakuki. Akukona achitaura kuti munhu wamwari anenge akubate basa. Ameno, pamwe chete anonyepa zvavo bati kuzoona rakutanga newe so munozviziva munhu panyaya paya zarakapinda naye chronicwat unavenge pamusorosoro kana kuti muchinda kuita zvepamusorosoro. Hanzi neana boys isu takatanga tiitai kurova mari but imi zvamakuda muchirova izvika izvi kana pagedhi pacho muchabvunza yakati wandei. Ameno, because chimoto chacho chatangwa handifungi kuti chehotera chinosvikapo. Chehotera chosara pasi. Uyu ndo moto uyu. But makambobvunza kunzi Magaya kuramba musina insurance. Ameno zvenyu. Pamuprofita wacho ane insurance yatisiri kuziva. Vakambosponza kabhora. Hatisi wanyanya watuka zvedu because vambosponza team yebhora. Ivo vana kama tanzwanzi vari kuchema. It has been reported that the Warriors are disgruntled about not being given their appearance fees. But let me ask you this question, especially to my sister. If the devil appears to you and tells you to twerk naked on a rooftop and says he's going to give you 5.4 million, when you lace your boots and decide to play for the Warriors are going to worry us. In any case, Zifa itself is going to worry you. So you just know that you're not going to receive your appearance fees. Garai mazviziya mari muchaiwana kumaclub zvenyika nezvepride chete nekupuwa manafu. Takatokupai manafu enyu makaona dhori neUganda, that should be enough. Zvebhegi zvemupanana Kaizer Chiefs andikaona kama disappointed kuti sei anove millionaire achipota uchinzwisawo nyika yako maningi. Nzwisisawo ngevanhu venetball vari kungoenda nemagovernment officials 26. Timu yacho yatombosvika na 20 but ina 26 vehurumende. Vanenge vachiwokera so bhasiketi, vanenge vachiwokera so netball. Ameno akambonzwa netball nemabhebhi asinawo mamoves anongoshayiwa zvokuita but it's okay. Nozva vanhu vasina mbobvira kutomboitamba kana kuPE. Vaiita zveagriculture panguva yekuchikoro vakunoona netball izvi. Minister Kesti vachiposta zvokuti working mom. Kuzovhunzana Wellens basa renyu chaiyo nderei. Moti vakamagwa. Minister Kesti and Minister Zimbabwe ZCC kuda upano. Ziva runyimaundu mai. Kunetball kuinda 141 vasingati vasina mbobvira kuguma bhora. Unomboyanzita nezviche zvezvo minister. Hatirambi ikonomi yako mamasanction akaoma but papolisi. Tungoti police zvedu minister. Hamuri muchena munotrustwa. Murungu ane benefit of doubt muZimbabwe but minister. Angatingovharai zvedu masports tongoziva kuti tikuita zvekuveza mpinyi nokukanda mapfumo but anyway maatsi acho futi hakuna. Culture yacho hatitombozviti ikwe because kana muchidana kana muchita ma-events enyu muchidebata kuti kunofanira kuya zodwa tozobvunza kuti hamuno here vakadzi veZimbabwe vanotamba vane mukaka yekusvutsa. ndikatoa zvakawanda zvangu ndozongopindawo mahwana ajobho because jobho angona kutozikwenya pachikurupi apa mungaita zvekutamba kurale kudipita uko Mr. Job Sikhala akapinda mumove and decided to detail his plans to overthrow the government. In a rally, MDC, his comments are somehow personal, in a rally for the party. Somehow he took a platform for the party and aired personal comments according to the MDC presser. Or is it just another instance of the MDC throwing one of theirs under the bus? We don't know. But all I know is that I expect better from a party yakazadza maloya kumusoro kwestructure. I really expect better. Advocate vari kumusoro, Honorable Sikhala, vareleasisa vanhu vakawandisa kwazvo. How can you release people through your words and then your words turn around to bite you and imprison you? Muri kuona kuti mama kuti muchizviregerera mukanyika kamuchifunga kuti mune cloud so hamusungwe. Zvino veshamhu vakati tombokunyambudzirai. Kuti kunzwa kuti na item na Secretary General ma youth vabatwa. Hanzi #IMostToilers. Mana amuzi. Muri kuenda kuroten room unoita nharo ikoko muri panze. Asi vanobhengwa na judge paipai mudzokera kudzimba dzenyu. Vamwe vachisungwa. But I mean, hatinongoti free job, hatazoti job upo wacho because vana job vakasungwa vari one zvavo. Saka kanyika kanaka guys. Ndambotaura kuti kwatiri kuenda ndokwatakabva. Saka rambai makashingira, sungai mabhandi zvenyu muchingozwa kuti paCrux panapa techizviputira. Handika. I need y'all to keep the same energy as I welcome a special guest in the house, none other than DJ Simonsayz, the man, the myth, the legend, the statesman of Zimbabwean entertainment on the island of North Cyprus, DJ Simonsayz. Glad to have you here, glad to have you. I'm telling you, man, you know, when the editor told me that he had talked to you about the podcast, I was like, wow, it's really coming?
Nah. Why wouldn't I come though? Like, I really like these kind of things, you know, just showing up for interviews and stuff and podcasts. I like having conversations. I think this is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, because the thing is, you know, seeing you from the way I had encountered you initially and your art and everything, it's always an experience to actually get to meet the person behind the art you've been seeing. Because I remember when I was in my first year, I was like back 4 years ago, and then someone was like, yeah, there's this song, someone in Cyprus made this song. I was like, what? Even Zimbabweans in Cyprus are recording music and shooting videos? Like,
when you heard it, you were like, this is trash.
Not really. It was not fake it till you make it song. I was like,
exactly.
It was funny.
That's exactly what you said.
What?
It's trash.
No, I'm not saying it's trash. It was surprising because when you come on the island, there's this limited perspective that you get. I remember, like, in the first week, everyone told us that, okay, you're at the bottom of the food chains. This is for the guys with the money. This is for the guys with the cars, the guys that can pull the girls. So when you come through here in Zimbabwe, and there's always that feeling that you're limited. You hold yourself back mentally, like from day one. So when you hear that there's a Zimbabwean who's actually putting out some work, entertainment, music, you're like, oh, okay, then who's this guy? And then the first time I saw you perform live, that was like this event where you came together with Near East. It was like some independence thingy, 2015. Yeah, that one where you performed you performed 2 songs. I remember I Just Want Me Some Girls track.
Yeah, that was back when I was going through some shit. I'm allowed to curse here, right?
It's alright.
Cool. Nah, that song was pretty much, I was just trying to, how do I put it, just trying to appreciate like my female friends, like my female friends. So I just found a way to just put just rhyme their names and put them on a beat and just, and it actually went like, everybody was listening to that song, even though it was later on in life, like a couple of years later, I was just listening to it, like, damn, what was I thinking? But people loved it at the time, though.
Bro, the video was a statement. I for one, the video caught me, like the video got me hooked, like damn, bro, dude out here showing off his abs. I was like,
the video was crazy. I think that was because I recorded that song in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I started working out in 2014. So you know that whole shit. Finally, you know.
Gotta flex.
Buff, man, they gotta know what's up. You know, yeah, that's when they're still, you know, single and shit. Still doing all that shit.
Oh, still single. Oh, the status is since upgraded.
It's changed a little bit.
Oh man, it's good. You know, like I said in a previous episode, Black Love Matters. You know, people just talk about the black lives, but I believe, you know, black art matters, black love matters. We gotta celebrate the experience, and that's why we're here to like talk about that diaspora experience. You know, because this is an experience. I know some people just look at it as people who just flew on a plane, came down here and just decided to study, but this is an experience. We're actually exploring a whole lot of ground. We're breaking new ground. Like the previous generation didn't have the chance to be here, and we're here. So it's a whole diaspora experience, and I feel like there should be some things that we are noting as we grow, as we evolve, as we mature. So that's why we gotta we gotta speak about a couple of things.
Yeah, man. No, when I think about the diaspora experience, like when I was back home and I was looking for a place, you know, to go study. One of my friends just told me that he's coming to Cyprus, and I was like, you know. Then I went to, like, you know, he introduced me to the agent or whatever, and I went there with my mom and stuff. So now the agent was telling my mom that because my mom back then, she knew that I was always this party guy. Like, I used to go out a lot. Like, I used to go out like on Friday, come back home on Sunday. So she was like, please make sure, Kuti, this place, there's no parties there. It's not like, are you sure there's nothing that's happening over there? Then the person was like, no, that place is really dead. Like, there's no parties. The only thing people do there is just school, which is true at the time. Like, there's no party. Like, there's just a few Africans there. So it's, you know, it's not a wide people there. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I think you should go there. So she was like really supportive of it. And then I came over here to Cyprus and I became a DJ. So basically, I kind of like, you know, started the whole, like, trying to, you know, just incorporate the whole partying thing into this place. Like, damn, I need to be partying in here. What's up? So yeah.
But that's a plot twist enough.
It is.
You came here and the irony is now you're now at the center of the party scene.
It is.
But I've seen your role change in that whole thing. I've seen your role change.
Yeah.
Like now it's like you're still making these moves, but you know, back 4 years ago, you were like difficult not to notice.
Yeah.
Like, you know that, okay, these are the guys, they've touched down, they're here to fuck shit up, and it was like from a distance you go, okay, that's Simonsayz, that's what he is. And now it's like you've settled into this other new type of role. You're still doing your thing. Your art is still out there. I mean, we still bump into the music. Sure. I remember there was the time 2017. 2017 I had become hooked on Wave Nation. I was like, I was excited about Wave Nation. I remember when you dropped that video with Fatso and Label.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, well, the man's still showing his abs, but the vibes are a bit different now.
Yeah.
You know, there was a bit of growth, like
yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Maybe you could expand on like that whole evolution, like throughout the years.
Well, you know, like my experience personally coming here, and now just, you know, becoming the person that I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was so much involved in that too. Like, for example, you know, back then, like, there was not a lot of Africans.
Yeah,
I should
true.
say, like, you know, it was so different. People were not even driving cars like they were doing now. And, you know, it was just like a proper uni environment. You know, you feel like you're in a little high school. It was really nice.
So how do you feel about this new generation?
Now things have just totally changed. Now it's all about, you know, who's got the most money, people competing, people murdering each other, you know, all these other things that are just, you know, coming in as time goes on, which is a bad part of the whole experience. But, you know, just looking back at everything though, like, I don't regret anything that I did throughout my years here, or whatever like that I went through to get to the place that I ended up getting to. I don't regret it all.
Yeah, I think that's good. You know, like, I feel like if you don't own whatever you've done throughout the years, you will never really grow and change as a person.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there was a time when I was inclined to blame other people for the way I conducted myself. I remember in my first year, my personality was suppressed a lot. Like I didn't really get to be the person I wanted to be. It was only when I started branching out, when I changed company a bit, when I retreated more into myself, I realized, okay, I have a passion to express myself, I have a passion to communicate with people. But like when you come down on this island, like you say, like that proper uni environment, it fuses with you, it becomes a part of you, and you just can't branch out. To wake up and tell people, like, I think the time I came 2014, if I was to tell people that I was going to write a book, I think everyone was just going to look at me like, you're crazy, who's going to read it?
Yeah, that's true. It's like it's just, how do I put it? Like, I feel like also like most Zimbabweans, when they come here, they just kind of look at like how everything is going, like you see how, other guys are driving cars and shit. They just feel like, hey, where am I gonna fit in here? They don't wanna like try to kind of, make things happen. Like for example, this whole thing, like people would come here and say, Cyprus, you can't find a job in Cyprus no matter how much you look for a job. But that's a lie. Like people are out here, hustling, grinding, doing whatever they want to do to get a job. Like my first summer here, I was working, doing some really like hard labor out here before I became, popular.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm telling you, people who really know me know this story. Like I was working, I actually worked like in what's the place called? Sanai. I actually worked there for like 3 months, and then after that summer, that's when I bought my first car. Because I was actually like, I really wanted to make something of myself. I was just out here like trying to really grind, and then I became a DJ, and then I was Zimbabwean and a lot of Nigerians, like Nigerian DJs. I found a way to just interact with them and just get to know them a little more, just befriend them a little bit, and then we became friends, and later on during the time I kind of like
leveled up and everything.
Yeah, man. So it's all about that. Like it's all about just finding your way into these other places. Just making your way into it, man. You will make it no matter what. But that's the one thing that people really are afraid to do. I figured out, like, especially the guys, like even the girls too.
Yeah.
Like they just wanna man, Cyprus wanna. But if you really go out there and really do something, no matter where you start, people are always scared of starting from. People always want to start from. But to be honest, you gotta start from somewhere to get to some place. Like the story I just told you where I was working before. Like this is not a lie. Like, this is truth. I even have pictures, which I'll never show. But I actually have pictures of me, in that place working there. Like it's way back. And then with time, I got to a place where now, I just kept on working hard and everything that I was doing, and I got to a certain level.
Yeah, because in that, what you've said and what you've brought to light, there's always this feeling that there's something holding us back.
That's true.
As a whole group, not even as at individual level, I just feel like as a group, there's just something that holds us back. Because I remember back in the day when I started writing, when I was working on my blog. I remember that I didn't have a place to stay. I was like sleeping on the carpet in a friend's bedroom, and you open up the laptop and then you start typing. Like in my mind, I was already chained to the belief that I was never going to level up above that. And it took me a long time to embrace the fact that this is what I really wanted to do.
That is very normal, actually, especially in this environment. It's very, very normal. People do go through a lot of people. Yeah, go through it. The most important thing is just rising up above it and just trying whatever you can, and not having pride. Like you should never be proud. You just feel like I can't do this kind of. When I was telling my mom that I'm doing that kind of job, I'm like, what, you? Like, you can't, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. Like, I'm really working. I'm like, oh, nice. But she never saw me as the person who, like, even a lot of people right now, like, they will never think that I actually, was doing that as well in the past. But do what you gotta do, and you get to a certain place in your life where now things will start just getting better. If you work hard towards whatever you do, and you just put your mind to it, everything will flow into you.
Yeah, I'm low-key glad that you kind of quit that stuff, and now we have DJ Simonsayz. Because we'd be ashamed to just touch on that. And it's like, there's this guy who sometimes DJs, but he's too stuck in the grind.
Yeah, I was, that was way back before you guys came over here.
Yeah, so along the way, I think there has to be like a couple of people that you probably associated with, and as you reflect, you realize that you kind of left some people behind. How does that feel over the years? To that I was with this person, and then things happened, levels shifted, maybe for me or for them, and now we're at different places. Like I feel like in all that transition, there has to be a point where you just sit down and reflect. You're like, you know what?
Yeah,
Shit's going down.
I feel like that usually happens naturally. Like with the people that I used to associate with before in the past, like, you know, the way we kind of separated a little bit, it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't a thing whereby I went over to them and they came up to me like, yo. That's, you know, it just happened naturally. Like you just find yourself now, you are on total different paths and you cannot mix again. Like, you cannot meet. So, you know, just let it go. Like I would just, like I'm a really, I wouldn't say reserved, but I'm a person who's like I like being in my own space most of the time. Like I'm an only child, so I was raised with myself, you know. Yeah. So I'm just used to that. Like right now I stay with myself. Like the only time, believe it or not, the only time I go out is when I go to play, when I'm working. That's the only time. Other than that, I'm at my house. I'm in the gym by myself. I don't have a gym partner. I have my earphones, headphones, and that's pretty much it. So you know in life, like as you grow, you meet people and you lose some people. You know, because if people are not willing to change or to get into to move into the same how to put it, the same direction you're moving in or you're moving towards, that's actually building you, then those people are not supposed to be around you in any form. I was looking at this other meme where there's this butterfly. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The butterfly and like
yeah, we're supposed to change, bro.
Exactly, that kind of thing. Like, you know, just when I think about these things, you know, I look at that, like, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's really true. Like, you know, people are supposed to change. You can't expect yourself to spend 4 years here and, you know, the way you were the first year is the way you are when you were last year. That shouldn't happen. If you are like in your third year and you realize that this is how I was in the first year, it's time for you to reflect and just sit back and think about, you know, your experiences with the people around you, or what you're doing or what you're doing wrong. That's if you're not elevating to how do I put it, like to a bigger stage, to an advanced stage in life. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah, because the thing is, you look at how we are as people. I believe that if you stop growing as a person, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
That's true.
You get frustrated. You kind of hold yourself back. Like in my own opinion, I think that there's a lot of fear dominating this island. Like, you know, people who talk you out of doing something that you really want to do sometimes.
Those are the people you should cut off. Like, those are the people that are not supposed to be there.
Yeah, you know, you sit down with people, you talk to them, you come back from that conversation and you're really low and you're thinking, damn, will I ever do that? Will I ever conquer the heights? Will I ever be where I want to be? And, you know, over time, sometimes I think it takes a lot of trust in yourself. It takes a lot of self-belief to realize that, you know what, I'm not crazy for wanting this. I'm not crazy for wanting to go big.
That's true.
Because I've seen a whole lot of people with potential, with talent, just kind of retreat.
Yeah,
maybe they put out their first song. Maybe they're expecting 1,000 views in an hour, and then the 1,000 views don't come. Maybe the 1,000 views come in 2 years, or they never come at all. And then they're like, you know what? I don't think this thing works out. And I think at some point when you were putting out work, I don't think maybe the audience was like already set. I think at some point when you're putting out work, there was that element of, you know, getting back into the grind, getting back into it, pushing, growing that audience.
Absolutely. Because, you know, the thing is, I feel like people are scared to change, and people are scared of what people would think after they change. For example, I started off as a rapper, like in high school. I was a principal. Like I used to rap. Like I had this rap group, me and my other friends. So people knew me as that guy, like you know, the upper sixes, whatever. Like knew us as the group that's actually representing the school, whatever. He's Mr. Miss Interact stuff. So now when I moved to Cyprus now, I used to like DJ like back home, like not like DJ. Like, you know, I had this little app on my computer. Just, so when I came here, then I analyzed the whole thing, like this whole island. I'm thinking, so what exactly can I do that's in this music thing or entertainment thing that'll actually, you know, pay me in a way. Then I looked at doing music as well, and at the time, because I was a rapper. At the time, music was like here in Cyprus, like people were not really like there was just this one rapper, but he's now actually Isosa. Like, you know Isosa, right?
Sosa was a rapper?
He was the man. He was the man. But now he's doing like doing photography and stuff. So yeah, so it was like it wasn't really that. So I wanted a place where I would settle and I would be able to interact with a lot of people and just grow my audience. Mm-hmm. So I figured, let me switch up to DJing because I knew the basics of it.
Yeah.
Because I realized that there was just this one female DJ who was in Guinea, she was Zimbabwean, and a lot of Nigerian DJs. Mm-hmm. So me and her actually never crossed paths, like we never met each other or whatever. So we never met. I don't know, because people were like, because when I used to ask, this DJ, her name was DJ Liz. DJ Liz, she's the bomb, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So now me, I was just low key. So my friends knew me as the rapper. I'm like, okay, guys, so I'm gonna be a DJ. Are you crazy, nigga? You're a rapper, bro. What the fuck you talking about? Like, nah, man. I'm gonna be a DJ. Look at this. Cause me, every time I people really know me. Every time when I express myself in a certain way, like I would give an example, or I would give like a report from whatever analysis I would have made in the past. Like, look at this. Yeah. This island, people are there's a lot of people here. The students are like starting to come, like a lot of them. Now imagine, these parties, because back then you'd go to a party, believe me, there would be like, there was a party, like I went to 3 parties, like back to back Fridays. It was just me, the DJ, me, the other DJ, and the barman. The whole night, nobody came, nobody was coming to these events, bro. Nobody was coming to these shows. It was just the 3 of us, like, damn. So, people, like, you keep on asking, yo, bro, your friends coming? I'm like, dog, I don't know, bro.
Bro, that's humbling.
I don't know.
That's really humbling.
I'm telling you, people never used to come.
And you had friends?
I had friends, but they never used to come because they were scared. Because, they're like, guys, we're in a foreign place, we don't want to go out, whatever. Because when I came here, actually, the house that I moved in, my housemates, they had been here for a while. So I asked them, so, what is it like, parties here? They're like, yeah, you don't even go to clubs, man. Like, it's scary. I'm like, what? You go to the club? I mean, come on. Like, you don't go to clubs. Me, you're like, coming from Zim, like, I took a gap year. So, when you take a gap year, like, wow. Yeah. Now I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to whatever. I'm just going to keep on doing the same thing you guys are playing. Then when I went back to school, that's when, I met some people that like fun, told me about this whole clubs and shit. So yeah, just getting to know about these places, and eventually those, the audience grew as we actually grew as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So which goes back to the point I was trying to make, that people are afraid to change because they're afraid of what other people would think of whatever decision they would make or whatever path they will make towards them changing.
Yeah, think about this, when I look at on Instagram, when I'm wasting my time on Instagram,
yeah.
You look at someone like 50 Cent, there's this post he put, it was like, he was dressed in this nice suit, he was reflecting, and it was like, some people's habits keep them from achieving, some people's habits hold them back. And that really got to me, and I realized that there's a whole lot of self-discipline, there's a whole lot of understanding who you are that's involved. There are these small things, these little things that really matter. Those little things are the ones that determine whether you're going to self-actualize or not.
That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. You just yeah, that's a very good point. Like it's just it's a really broad topic to talk about, because there's just so much to it. Just so much that makes up to it.
So for you, gym is like, so for some people, gym, they call it a lifestyle. So to you, is it like a lifestyle or it's a...
Yeah, gym has become a lot of money. Like, I go there 5 days. That's like my little therapy, whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna sign up.
Yeah, you should, man. You should try it, trust me. They say that every habit takes about, is it 20 days or 25 days to get used to? So, if you do something constantly for 10 days, consistent for 20 days, it'll become a habit. Like, you're doing it all the time.
okay, if I don't break my back on day 18, maybe G might be one of my new habits and everything.
Just keep on going. Like even if you start smoking today, 20 days after that you're gonna be smoking every day.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
True.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful time, you know, us sharing this.
Wait, it's over?
It's gone.
No, let's keep going.
It was to be over.
It's over.
Got extra footage.
Nah, but it's okay, man. Like it was good to be here, man. Just talking about this whole thing. Like there's really a lot to talk about and stuff.
You know, the Crux goes on and on. We might bring you back sometime.
No problem. I'm always like I said before. I really enjoy conversations and stuff like that. So I'm always open to to these kind of things. Like I like just having a little chat because and most people I don't know, like I used to struggle with people really just approaching me and saying, yo bro, like I have this whatever, like can you come through, I have a song or whatever, like when I used to rap, or I have whatever, like can you, because I don't know, maybe they feel like I'll be like but no, I'm not that kind of guy, like every time I meet somebody, they know, people who really know me, who really interact with me, they know that I'm usually the first person to greet people, because I realize that when I don't greet people first, they don't greet me. They feel like I'm not gonna say hi, you know what I mean? Like they don't wanna avoid that whole.
Bro, like I say, you're like a statesman on the island.
Nah, but I actually I'm not like I don't I don't roll by that. Like I'm just like I mean, we're all students over here, man. Like whatever you are doing, it's all love. Like everybody I meet, what up, like.
Bro, this is like Simonsayz at mask.
No, that's true. That's how I am. Like people think this nigga thinks. Some people actually think that he thinks it's all that. But nah, dude. Like I don't even feel that way. Like if you see me, if you wanna say what up, or you got something, you want me to help you advertise something, or you need help with something, I got you.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. It's
good to be here, man.
It's the Crux. All
right.
Let's catch up. Yeah, DJ Simonsayz was here. You heard it from me first. Catch the Crux.
We out.
More stuff coming.